This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So I'm going to take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, and natural gas. But first of all, we're going to look at MicroStrategies and PLTR. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy on the stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have MicroStrategies, and here we have PLTR. Take a look here at the old micro and see what's going on here. Now, you can see here where we came all the way down, put that high into 543, which is nicely. Then we kind of like triple top situation and then came all the way down. But you notice how nicely it held this 200-day, okay? Look at that. Look at that. See, it will put in a low there at 231.92, and then we put another low, which is 237.01, okay? So what we had there, 231.92. Okay, 237.01. That's a nice double bottom situation, and you can see where we're running right on up. Now, we're above the 8-day, above the 21-day, but look where it went. Let me see if I big this up here, give a little bigger view. Okay, where did you go? Okay, right into the 100-day. Okay, this is why I always say you trade level to level. If it gets above the 8-day, then you go shoot for the 21-day. It gets above that, then you go to the 100-day. Now, next to the line here, if we can get above this old Hondo here at 327.4, then we're going to be looking for that 50-day at 327.39 level, okay? That's going to be the key. Now, again, if we can keep right on rallying up higher there, then what we're going to have here is we're going to keep on rolling. We got a 340 level here. We're going to have a 344, but your big retest here is going to be of that 352.36 level, okay? But again, you got to get above that 100-day and you got to get above that 50-day. But right now we have a nice series of higher highs and higher lows looking very, very nice. Now, downside, we want to watch yesterday's high, okay? That's key, 311.23. And this is going to be the key level is that 302.25 level. Okay, so you really want to hold that 21-day on a closing basis. Now, if that's lost, we'll come down here to today's low at that 292.17 level. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we'll probably be heading right down here towards that 8-day at 269.40. And then, like, obviously, if that's lost, we'll come over top of this candle, 257.50. We'll come to the bottom here. Look at 246.10, and then we're going to be headed right there for that 234.94 level here on that 200-day. But right now, this is looking very, very nicely. Now, if you look here on the old MACD, you just have the green over the red. That shows nice momentum to the upside, and you're only sitting at 51. This has plenty room to run here, okay? So we just had a really, really nice rally all the way on up here. Sideways action, a little pullback. But the key is holding that 200-day, which it did. And now the key is going to be cracking above that 100-day and that 50-day here, and then we can get that test of 352.36. Now, if we can get above this level, you can see how much resistance is. You get above that level, then we're going to come right over top of this candle here. That's at that 404.42, and then we could possibly retest this level here very easily at 437.61. But right now, what you want to trade against is that 100-day, okay, on the upside. You get above that, it's the 50-day. Downside, we're looking at that 21-day. If you get well below that, then we're looking at that 8-day. Okay, but now look at that 8-day, how nice it's curling up here. We can have yourself, as long as that price is above, it's sideways to up. Okay, Palantir, let's check this bad boy out. Now, you can see here we had this big gap situation, which I never like gaps because all the time, a lot of times, it does get filled. Not right away, but this one actually did. Okay, so now we came down here. We're holding this level right here. Look at the bottom, 78.58, okay? And then we come over here. You had 79. So we have a nice double bottom here in play. And now we're hanging right around this key levels right here, okay? We have that 8-day, 86.27, and 87.22, okay? So you have your 8-day and your 50-day. Now, we have to get above that. If we can, then we'll go to yesterday's high. That's that 90.30 level. We'll come up top of this candle here. You're looking at 93.62. We'll come to the bottom of this candle right there. You're looking at 95.80. We'll come over top of there. You're looking at 99.01. And then we're looking for 101, Highway 101. 54 level. That's what we're going to be looking for. But again, you got to get this price back above that 50-day and that 8-day on a closing basis. If you can, then we can have a good shot at that 21-day. But right now, we just have that sideways action. Now, downside, obviously, look at today's low. We're looking at 84.21. And then we're going to look right there at that 78.58. That's going to be very, very key. Now, again, if this is lost here, we do have that 72.55 level here. Now, I'm just going to point this out here, not saying that's where it's going to go, but always watch these gaps, okay? So we have the 200-day all the way down to 50, but look at this gap right here, okay? So you have 46.86. And then we have the fill at 42.04, okay? Your gap in your fill. I'm not saying that's where it's going to go, but say the market gets hammered, this is where she's going to be going. Okay, so always watch these gaps in the fill. Put that on your back burner situation. Now you can see the strength in the stock here. Look at that RSI here. Okay, same way I do a MicroStrategy. Look at that strength there. Okay, very, very nice. Now we're right here. We're at 43. Is not overbought, oversold. The green is below the red, obviously, because we had this nice sell down. But we have some sideways action with a double bottom. So this is not looking really that bad here. The key is you got to close above that 50-day and that 8-day. And then we have a good shot at old Highway 101 here, that 21-day. Okay, you lose that 78.58, then you're going to be looking right here at that 72.55 level. That's going to be key. If that's lost, you're going to come right to the bottom of that candle at 63.40. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, you can see here, we hit a nice bottoming tail, and then this was where it gapped right up, okay? So everybody's thinking, oh, man, he's going to put a crypto reserve in there. She's going to rally higher. No matter what anybody says, nobody's stronger than these charts, okay? So always take that in consideration. Charts are king. Came back, and you filled that gap. Then we put this bottoming tail in here, very nice. We put in a higher high. Now we're above that 8. And now look what we have here, an indecision candle. Okay, now we need to hold this 100-day, that 97.02 on a closing basis. If that is lost, then we'll come down to today's low, looking at 89.450, and then we're going to come right down at that 87.164, that 8-day. That is very, very critical, is this 100-day and that 8-day, okay? Now, if that's lost here, we'll come right to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 86.750. We'll come over here. You're looking at 85.485, and it will come all the way down to sticky down here at 81.815. And then we have your retest, which is basically 78.675. And then you have your 200-day below that. Now, this gap right here, which I always was pointing out, is not filled yet. Okay, so you got a high on that 77.930. This came only down to right here, this level here at 78.675. The top of this candle right here is at 77.930. So this gap is not filled right here yet. Okay, so again, if it does sell off, always watch the bottom of that candle, that gap fill, and that 200 SMA here. But right now here, this is not looking too bad. We're putting a series of higher highs and higher lows in here. We just needs a catalyst here to blast it up higher. Now, upside. Well, very, very easy right there, 21-day. That's what you're looking for, 93.015. If you can get above that, and we come right to the top here of this candle at 95.705 and then 96.715. There's your 50-day, okay? Level to level. That's how you trade, okay? Don't say, okay, I'm going on here. Oh, this is going here. Yeah, it might well be. It could be 5 years down the road. So just trade this range here until she breaks up. You break above the 21-day, then you know your 50 days is a target. You break above that, you're going to go top of this candle, then top of this candle, then top of this candle. Okay, that's how you trade. That's how you make consistent money. Okay, downside, just watch that Hondo right there. That's going to be very key, that 97.1 on a closing basis. If not, you're going to head right towards that 87.147. Now, sitting here at 44. Yeah, I could go either way. The green is trying to cross over that red. If it does, we can get yourself some good momentum like we had here. And then the wider it spreads, the farther it pumps up. Okay, here we have this weekly chart. Now, we're sitting right here, right around that 21-day at that 92.405. That's what we're trading at, okay? So you got a real tight range here on the weekly. 92.405 on the bottom is that 21-day, and 97.225 is that 8-day, okay? So we're trading right in the range here. So we just have some sideways action. This is looking for a catalyst. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. Now you can see your RSI here starting to curl, get back up here. Your green is still below your red here, so this isn't really showing anything on a weekly basis. But by Friday, which is tomorrow, we really like to have it close above that 92.04. That 92 level is going to be very, very key here, okay? But realistically, just trade this daily. That's the key. 21-day on the top, 100-day on the bottom. You crack that 21-day, 50 days a target. You lose that 100-day, 8 days a target. Just that simple. Okay, let's take a look here at the old crude ski. Okay, I'm going to show you here a weekly chart. This is the old crude oil, okay? So you're sitting out at 65, 66 level. This is the level that we wanted to hold, 65.27. Now, yesterday it got as low as 65.22. You came in 5 cents, but it looks like today she's just rolling over hard, okay? So now, if this is lost on a closing basis, that's what I want to show you, 65.27 level, then we're going to come right over here to the bottom of this candle here. Okay, so you're looking at 64.36. That's your next target. And then we're going to come right to the bottom of this candle here at 63.64. Okay, 64.36, and just the opposite here at 63.64. Those are going to be your two key levels. Now, again, if that is lost, then we're going to come right to the bottom here, 62.43, and then we're going to come right down here. You're looking at that 61.82, and then we have a target down here that I'm looking for here is that 57.25. Now, SCO long, that's a crude oil short, and I scalp the UCO. I didn't see anything worth scalping there today because I just don't see anything here that's going to be, a really, really bullish kind of situation. We start breaking these levels here, just watch out. That's going to be your big target, is going to be that 63.64 level. Okay, that's going to be very, very key. And then you can get down here to that 61 level and then all the way down to 57. So let's take a look here on a daily chart. Okay, here we have the old daily chart. Now you can see here, it just waterfall. Okay, I've been telling you this now for weeks. There's nothing bullish here. Zero, nada, donut. Okay, 21-day rolling over waterfall, 8-day waterfall. This is not oversold yet. This could go much lower. Same with this. This is much lower. And even if it gets down below that 30 mark, doesn't mean it can't ride that bottom here either. Much, much lower. Okay, so always remember that. Now, we're fighting this here. We had that 65.22 level. You're sitting at that 65.70 right now. I say if that cracks there, we're going to go much, much lower. Upside here, I don't really see anything here. We had a little bit of pop up, but look at these candles. You got a low, higher, lower low, lower low, higher low, lower low, all the way on down here. I don't see anything possibly that is bullish about here. The only thing it is if you can get and close back above some of this resistant levels here. You got to get back above this 8-day, that 68.33. Otherwise, you just got nothing here. Okay, so this is just an absolute waterfall. This is going lower, just like I said. Now, I was over to Sam's yesterday, and wow, oh my Lord, $2.50 a gallon for gas. Now, you can't argue with that. Now, I think that could go actually lower. See, this is what the T-Man wants, because he knows when you go fill up, you don't want to pay $4 a gallon. You want to pay $2 a gallon. Okay, so just remember that. Now, crude oil, I think, is going to go lower, and I think eventually natural gas will start gaining strength here with the LNG here to ship out of the country, and I think there's going to be a lot more demand. I think you're going to flood the market with crude, and I think crude is going to come down. But we will see. That's why we trade the charts. We get back above that 8-day, the short position's off, then I start rallying up here. But right now, I see nothing. Okay, let's take a look at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, daily, weekly. Now, the EIA report came out today on natural gas. There was a draw of 80 BCF. They were expecting a draw of 95 BCF. Last week, they had a draw of 250-some BCF. Okay, so as the summer comes in here, I think she's going to come off here, get a little correction here. But I think natural gas is going to be a really good trader this whole year. Okay, so just a little bit be patient with it. And don't forget, you can do a two-way trade. UNG for the long side, KOLD for the short side, working out very, very nicely. Now, okay, so far today we have an inside day. Okay, even though we have a red candle, the high and the low are still the inside of previous day. Okay, so let's look at the downside. We're watching today's low at 425. We're watching yesterday's low, 422, and then we're going to come right here to this 8-day. That's going to be key, 4.14. Then we have to see what the reaction is going to be. Is it going to hold it, or is it going to drop all the way down? Now, if it keeps on going down, well, we got a level right here, that 395 level, and then you have your 21-day at 3.89, and then we have 3.77, okay? So you lose that 8-day, your big target's going to be that 21-day and that 50-day, okay? Just that simple. Upside here, well, what we are, you're sitting at 4.32, so all you have to do is look right to the left of the chart here. What do you have? 4.32, okay? So if we can get above that, then we have 4.36, 4.39, 4.44, and then we have 4.47, and then we have yesterday's high, 4.51, and your retest at 4.55, okay? So when it got up to here, we always have to look at what the reaction, just because you pop up, that's a good for a trade, but that's not a buy and hold situation, okay, when you see a candle like this. So yesterday is a good scalping, and today so far I scalped the KOLD there on the short side. KOLD had a pretty good, decent range there today, 1784 on the bottom, 1879 on the bottom. I got 50 cents. That's all I was looking for, and I'm good to go with the old natural gas. So right now I'm out of the trade. I'm short crude oil and no trade here. I'm waiting to see if it comes down to that 8-day and then what the reaction is. And if it loses that, then it'll be a nice short ski all the way down here to the 21-day. Now, we rally up here, then our big target is going to be that 455 level. Okay, so we look here like on a weekly chart here, we start cracking above all that, then we're going to be looking right here to the bottom of this candle right here. Okay, you're looking at 475. That's your next target if you crack 455, and then we're going to come up to the bottom of that. You're looking at 490 level, and then we have 5, and then we're going to look at that 530 range. Okay, right in that area. But again, we have to close above there in order to get there. Now, this here is not looking good, and we actually have like a negative divergence. Okay, so we have a high here, then we have a higher high, but we have a high here and we have a lower high. Okay, so we're starting to get a negative divergence here on your own natural gas. Okay, so keep that in mind. And right here, this is kind of flipped down, kind of going up here. So you have to be a little bit patient with this here. But right now, I should say that's why I'm out of the trade. I just trade this. This is it's just so wet and wild that there's other stuff out there that's a little bit better. But anyway, if you're trading this natural gas here, just watch that 8-day on the downside, watch that 455 on the upside. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after the open close. Take a look at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. And I can see where the market now, the NASDAQ was selling off, and now she's really selling off here. But let's just see if maybe this could be a bottoming a week here. Let's just see how this all shakes out. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.